Hello, my name is Alex Yakimov and welcome to another rehab vlog, a series where I document various experiences and progressions in regards to an ACL reconstruction and a bruised peroneal nerve that has left me with 50% of my foot function. Hopefully just temporarily. Now I have just entered the third month of the recovery phase and there's a bit of a gap between this video and the previous one, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. What happened in that gap? So typically after the surgery you get to see your surgeon again at 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months and then 9 months. I got to see him at 5 weeks because we were going away with the family for a while. I was quite excited about this appointment too because he was going to tell me that I can stop wearing my knee brace completely, and as anybody that has worn one of those things would tell you, they are not the most comfortable of supporting devices. So I was very excited. I got into the office and he said, wear it for another week. And I said, yep, that's what I thought you were going to tell me. Following that appointment, I got to experience a nerve conduction test for my foot, which consists of an NCS and an EMG, as I learned. The NCS tests for the quality of the signal being sent through the nerve, and it's done with some electrode pads and an electrode poking stick, which looks like a mini cattle prod, which sends electric pulses through the nerve for the pads to capture it on the other end. And it feels like a TENS or an EMS machine, so it's pretty cruisy. Then there's the EMG. The EMG is done to test how well a muscle responds to a signal, and that can't be done with electrode pads. A needle has to be inserted into the muscle, and then the muscle needs to be contracted for a reading to be recorded. Now, most of my lower leg is numb, so the worst that I actually felt was just a little pinching, so it wasn't bad. Then they decided to test my hamstring. Now, I don't have any sensory loss above my knee, so when they inserted the needle, it didn't feel like a needle, it more felt like a skewer. And it didn't feel like it was inserted, it felt like I was stabbed with a skewer in my leg. Probably the worst pain that I have ever voluntarily participated in. The final result of the test didn't really show anything because the injury had only happened a month ago, but it did give a base reading for the next time I do the test to have something to compare it to. So, you know, I get to look forward to this thing again. After that, it was time to see my physio to get some exercise. But not before going to this and doing some unprescribed exercises and possibly giving back another aneurysm. That's the aim. How are you feeling about this one, Beck?
Your band. Oh wait, no, it's my band.
And then I went and saw the physio to get my list of exercises. So with the list of exercises in hand and my knee brace removed, finally in week 6 we were off on our 1-month road trip from Melbourne to Perth. We were a little bit concerned about how well the knee would handle being in a car for so long, but anytime it would start to get a little bit tight, I would just use a massage ball to remove any of those tight areas. And the knee went quite well, to my surprise. Didn't really have any issues. Apart from sitting in a car for a long time, we actually also did a lot of walking. Especially on one day, we ended up finding the longest jetty in the southern hemisphere. We read that part, but we didn't actually read how long it was until we returned from that walk. Not exactly sure how long this thing is, but it's freaking long. We're still walking. Not sure if my leg will be able to keep walking at this rate. It turned out to be about 1.7 Ks each way, so yeah, my knee wasn't very happy then, and I definitely reached my walking limit for that day. Now, one of the cool things about a coastal road trip is that you get to stop at a lot of beaches. One of the annoying things about a coastal road trip is that you get to stop at a lot of beaches, and with a bad knee, wavy water with uneven and unpredictable terrain with low visibility isn't really prescribed, so I didn't really do a lot of swimming, or none at all. At one stage, I also ended up going for a bit of a run, which wasn't planned for, but ended up being necessary, and it worked out fine, but a lesson was learned. The sand is really hot. It's forcing me to run. I shouldn't be running, but it's so hot. I gotta run. God damn it, that got super hot super quick. Oh, almost burnt my feet off. Oh, sorry, knee. Overall, the road trip went well without any major knee issues, and we were glad that we didn't end up cancelling the whole trip because of the concerns that we had initially. So if you have a getaway already planned and are starting to go through rehab and are considering to possibly cancel it because you don't know how it's gonna go, as long as you get it cleared with the surgeon and the physio and you have your exercises and you stay on top of them and you modify your itinerary just a little bit to suit your mobility needs, there's no reason why you can't still go away. This now brings us to the end of the video. I hope you found it somewhat helpful and entertaining. If you did, maybe leave a thumbs up. If you would like to see more content, consider pressing that subscribe button. And with all of that said, I'll see you next time. Bye.